Hey everybody, SamUtari here, and welcome to DreamWorld Revisited, another one of my random bits where I'm just doing something just cause. So, as you all know, I own a Facebook group called PokePimps, and if you didn't know, well, now you do. So I have this Facebook group called PokePimps, and what it is it's just all my, not all of my friends, but it's a majority of my friends that still love Pokemon, and yeah, like they still play, even as adults, obviously. And adults playing Pokemon isn't a weird thing. It's just the fact that, growing up where I did, it did seem kind of odd. So, anyways, I had a friend who he's trying to get into the newer gen of Pokemon, meaning like all the DS games. Because here's the thing, a lot of Pokepimps in the group, they are just now getting into the newer generations. Like, there's a few of us, like me, who, have bought the games as they've come out, kind of thing, and we've kind of tried to keep up to date with things. And then there's the few of us that can't, get over the nostalgia of the old games. And yeah, so anyway, so I had a friend who basically was watching my DreamWorld video because he knows DreamWorld is closing soon and he wants to try and get in there and see what it's all about before it goes away. And so he was watching my DreamWorld video, which was done on the ABS video editor a long time ago before I started using Camtasia, and he's like, "What the hell happened? Like, why is everything all sped up and crazy?" And I basically had to explain to him that ABS video editor is only good for so much. And so he asked me if I would kindly show a little bit of the dream world and see if I can actually do it. So I'm going to try this with Camtasia. I've currently tucked in a Semiport, and we will see if this actually works. But lately it's not really been working because Camtasia just doesn't really seem to function. So let's give it a minute real quick. Okay, so sorry, my thing was glitching for a while and it wasn't letting me play DreamWorld. But anyways, welcome to the Pokemon DreamWorld. You can play in the Pokemon DreamWorld for 1 hour, probably less since my computer kept fucking up. You can play for an hour in the Pokemon DreamWorld, then it stops automatically. It's a good idea to stop playing and save your data when asked, so you can be sure your data gets saved properly. Thing is I always quit long before the hour just because I usually find a Pokemon that I want, and I know that if I keep going, I'll end up messing something up. Welcome to the Pokemon Dream World. The music's so catchy. I don't know. Yay! Anyway, so I tucked in a Semipore, like I said before, because the thing is there's different areas of Dreamworld, and depending on what type of Pokemon you tuck in, depends on what kind of area you're more likely to find. Aw, look at it! It's so cute! Anyways, my garden. The thing is in the Dreamworld you can do a lot of things. Not only can you find Pokemon, but you can grow berries, and you can find items which you can then transfer to your game. So, this is really gonna lag because I'm running my recorder at the same time, and honestly I love my laptop, but it's really just not made for this stuff. Okay, so whenever you start, I think you start with 2 plots of land for berries. I'm not really sure how all that works, because I forget, it's been a long time. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that you start with 2 plots of land, and in the dream world you actually accumulate points. I remember the first time I made this video, I was still new to DreamWorld. I didn't really think much about the process, wasn't really paying attention when the lady was talking to me. So anyway, so basically in the dream world you get points, and you get 20 points for every mini game you play, which is whenever you see a Pokemon they'll want you to play a mini game, and then you get 20 points for every mini game you play. You get 10 points for logging in, and just doing different things gets you points. Planting berries, I don't think gives you any points. And so the majority of your points is found in playing those mini games with Pokemon. And the way you know how many points you have is by the symbol that appears above your Pokemon's head whenever you run your cursor over it. And ... means 0. Smiley face means you at least got points or whatever. And then a music note means you got over 300 points. Smiley face means you've got like 100 to 300 points, I think. But yeah, so basically you can grow these berries, and whenever you grow them in your garden, you can just send them back to the real world. Like, not the real world, but you can send them back to your game. And so what I do is I grow the lum berries, since they freaking, what is it? They heal every status problem. And then you can also find really rare berries from like Ruby and Sapphire days, like the Nanab berries and whatnot, which have no use. And so you can actually sell them to a maniac for like really, really, really high prices. So I like do a plot of those, and like I do like 2 plots of those actually. And then like my last 2 plots of land I use for the Greppa berries and the other berries that raise happiness, so that if I need an evolution of something that relies heavily on happiness, I just freaking feed them berries, especially if I'm not going to use them in battle, because I don't care if the berries like lower their special defense stat and blah blah blah. You'll come to learn that I'm not a competitive battler. When it comes to Pokemon, I don't do the competitive crap. I understand everybody's like, oh my god, EV training, IV breeding, blah 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 blah. I don't even understand what any of that is. I'm just like, oh, this is a fire type, I needed that. Oh, this is a water type, I needed that. Ooh, this one looks cool. Like, I'm still the old school person that's like, I like this Pokemon, it looks cool. I don't worry about their abilities or their natures or any of that. Anyway, so that was the garden. And over here, that's the Dream Bridge, by the way. But here you have your share shelf. And the thing is if you actually have friends on DreamWorld, which I don't because I'm sad and all alone, you can actually put items on your share shelf, and people can come over and they can basically trade items with you. I've basically just put a bunch of items I really don't need. I should probably take them off, because the thing is I put the gems there because, like I said, I'm not competitive battling at all, and so like the gems that give you like 1 power up doesn't really do me any good. I'd rather just keep on my leftovers and my shell bell or my lucky egg, things that I know, and just kind of leave it at that. Do I have anything I could even put on here? No, just berries. So yeah, anyways, so this is the Dream Bridge, and this is the main part of DreamWorld, of course. And basically, crossing the Dream Bridge puts you in one of many places. There's the Icy Cave, there's the Rugged Path, the Pleasant Forest, the Pokemon Dream Park, the Haunted Mansion, Windswept Sky, like, and some places in the Dream World you can only unlock via points. The Sparkling Sea! This is what I was trying to get to! I've never been in the Sparkling Sea before! Okay, so anyways, while I'm distracted, you only have a certain number of steps until you reach the Tree of Dreams. And when you reach the Tree of Dreams, you have to leave a berry and then choose a Pokemon that you want to take with you. Scoop ice cream with Carcella. So, okay, this is what I was talking about finding Pokemon. Basically, you know, rocks will move and plants will move, or they'll sparkle. If they're sparkling, it means there's an item there. If they're moving, it means there's a Pokemon in there. And the minute you click on it and the Pokemon comes out and you get to see it, it'll tell you what it is, and it'll be like, you know, do you want to play this game with this Pokemon? And the thing is you don't have to. Like me, I have a Corsola. I'm not gonna keep this Pokemon, obviously. But yeah, so playing with a Pokemon gives you points, and whenever you reach the Dream Tree, which, don't go to the Dream Tree until you have a Pokemon that you want, but when you reach the Dream Tree, when it says, do you want to leave a berry for a Pokemon, basically that's when you're like, hell yeah, that's when you leave the berry, and then it'll give you a list of all the Pokemon that you've played a game with, and then you can choose which one you want to take with you. You only get one. So anyways, this is the ice cream scooping game, and it requires you to have a berry, and basically the whole point is to get as many scoops in the bowl as possible at the desired size, which is over here. The thing is because I'm not trying to impress this Pokemon, I just do whatever. And I don't want to... oh, and the target line. I don't know why I'm pointing to it, but yeah, if you see there, it has something called a target line. Actually, I'm just gonna do this. Oh shit, it's lagging. I might actually disappoint a Pokemon for once. Anyway, so yeah, if you don't do well in a mini game, you can actually disappoint a Pokemon, which is something you really just don't want to do. The more points that you get, the better the relationship with the Pokemon, the more likely it'll be to follow you home. I don't know. I don't really understand what it is. Basically, the whole goal of this is you want the Pokemon, after you're done playing the minigame, is you want them to have a heart over their head. Like, they're really super freaking happy. And that's what you want, at least. Because I guess it gives them a better relationship, and if you have a better relationship with them, then they get a better ability. I'm not really sure how all of that works. Like I said, I never really paid attention to it much. The only reason I actually get on DreamWorld is because it offers you a lot of Pokemon from past generations that you can't normally find in your games otherwise. So, that's like my only reason for it, really. You know, like you can, like, what was it? I found an Aerodactyl in Windswept Sky. Like, that's a fossil Pokemon. Time's up. Yeah, time's up because it lagged. Now, the thing is like, people are often worried because the DreamWorld only gives you, like, an hour to play. And everybody's like, but the mini games take up so much time. The thing is that each mini game is only about 2 minutes long. What takes more time is your garden and trying to walk around and trying to figure out, like, what you want to do. Okay, so I only got, like, 4 scoops, whatever. But Carsola is happy. And now, since you played the game, you can see, now that you've befriended the Pokemon, now you can see what their stats are. So it's Carsola, its ability is Regenerator, its type is Water and Rock, its gender is male, and the learned moves it has is Confuse Ray. And I think the higher the points that you get in the games, the more you can see, like, as far as their stats go. Like, I mean, yeah, you can see, like, other moves. Search for Pokemon with Slowpoke. Okay, search for a hidden Pokemon. I already have a Slowpoke, and Slowbro, and a Slowking. In my white version, I'm trying to fill up my Pokedex, so this is kind of my way of doing that. What Pokemon am I looking for? Okay, so we have to find the Wingull. And basically how you play this game is you basically just click on every little motherfucking thing in the world. Wrong Pokemon. So you only got, like, you get less than 2 minutes to find this Pokemon that's gone missing. And so what I do is I just click on everything. Because the thing is, they want you to, like, listen carefully for things. They want you to, like, hopefully hear this Pokemon and all this other stuff. And I just don't have time for that. So, I have never not found the missing Pokemon, but I have found the missing Pokemon within, like, 5 seconds. And it's terrifying. So I'm going to try and find this Pokemon as soon as possible, so I can get out of this game, which I don't know why I'm so worried about it, considering the fact that, yeah, I don't need this Pokemon, and I don't even need the points. Like I said, some areas, like Sparkling Sea and Windswept Sky, you can't get to them unless you have a certain amount of points. I think it's like 15,000 just to be able to access Windswept Sky. Oh, found it. Slowpoke seems happy to see Wingull. No, I didn't find its item. Yeah, and the Pokemon leaves an item behind. I was so happy. Oh, that's what I mean by sparkling. You see that glittering? And I found a Mago Berry. Never heard of a Mago Berry before. I don't know what it does. Here's another sparkle. I found a super potion. Oh, I found all sorts of cool things in here. I found timer balls and like this, that, and the other thing. Like, it's not bad. Like, it's not a bad way to get things that you really can't afford. Getting the rare berries and selling them to a maniac. Oh, a dive ball. And, you know, so giving those, you know, giving the berries to a maniac or whatever. Join Clampearl. I don't have a Clampearl. Oh! Cool. This is the Whale Lord game. And then after this, I'm gonna have to cut it off. But yeah, I might show you the DreamWorld. I might just take this Clampearl. But yeah, so basically it's just a point and click. Like basically you just aim the Pokemon and click. And the whole point is you gotta match the Pokemon up with their respective balls. And you can't drop any. If you drop some, then you lose your multiplier, and if you lose your multiplier, it's just not good news for anybody. And my target is, this Clampearl only wants me to hit like 15, which is really kind of sad. Okay, and I already got like 8 now, but my computer's really gonna lag. I think I'll go ahead and start this video up again if once I get to the dream tree, but I just wanted to show you like some of the little games and whatnot, and like how you ultimately like play the game itself. So I'm not sure really how the video quality of this is gonna go, because usually when I'm recording and my computer lags, my voice starts lagging really bad too, and it turns into this crazy haunted shit. So we'll just have to see how that goes. But after this game is over, still got like 59 lagged seconds. Well, it's about time you actually clicked, like, shit. And the thing is like, they add more Pokemon. You get like a Floatzel in there, and you get a Pikachu in there, and well, it's great. I still need like 3 more though. But yeah, I'm like so old school when it comes to this. Like, I need to like, here I am going, I'm gonna be famous, I'm gonna go on YouTube. No, not really. Oh shit, now everything just sped up. It's like entering challenge mode. Oh, I just dropped everything. Target reached. Well, that's great. That's swell. Meowth. But anyways, so yeah, so like this is Pokemon DreamWorld, and basically all it is it's like elementary school pastime. You know, whenever you would like play pinball and shit and whatnot, like this is kind of how that feels. Like you're just playing all these little mini games, and it kind of reminds me of, this is a bad comparison, but it kind of reminds me of Neopets, is what it reminds me of. I'm not really sure why, but I think it's just because of all the mini games involved. You know, it's like, oh, if you get this, you get this, and did any of you play Neopets? Like, I seriously want to know how many people played Neopets. And the funny thing is that the other day I was like, oh, Neopets used to be like the shit. And I was like, man, people still play it? And I'm like, hell, maybe I should just pick it up again, you know? You never know. Maybe it'll be fun. I still don't understand it. I didn't understand it then. I still don't understand it now. So much for being a gamer, right? Okay, 35,000 some points. Clampearl looks happy. It's a female, and it knows Whirlpool. Okay, so anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and end this recording real quick, and I will see you guys back in the dream tree. Alright, talk to you later. Bye. Hey everybody, it's SamUtari here, and I'm getting ready to actually go and see the dream tree. So yeah, my computer's acting up, so I wasn't able to find very many Pokemon, but that makes this 10 times easier. So anyways, after you've reached the last step, like it says you have one more step left, the next step you take will take you to the dream tree, or the tree of dreams. So, lovely cutscene. It's beautiful. Now, these are all the Pokemon that are currently tucked in at this time. These are not the ones that you've seen throughout your journey. This is what other people have tucked in order to get whatever results, or whatever. You see we have a Dialga, Tangela, Polgrath, Jolteon, Suicune, and all those other things. So anyway, so basically you trick all over the tree whenever it gets to this point. It says, do you want to make a wish? You'll need one berry. You choose yes. And then you can choose any berry you want. The berry that you choose I don't think it doesn't really change anything. So I'm going to go ahead and do the Oran berry because I don't need it. So it's like if held by a Pokemon. It's like, yes, use this berry. And then here you go. Here's the list of all the Pokemon I found today. A Shinx I already have, but it reminds you of the learned moves it already has, its gender, and its ability, so if that means anything to you. And Quillfish, it has Intimidate, already knows Aqua Jet, and I was gonna get the Mantine, but the thing is I already have a Mantike, so I'm not really worried about it. But I do want to get the Clampearl, just because I could breed it and all that other fun stuff. So I'm gonna choose that, and then it'll say make a wish to add this Pokemon to your party. You choose yes, and it's as simple as that. Then it'll say Clampearl will sent to your friend board. Check your friend board at your house, and then when you close, it closes out of the dream tree, and then it sends you back to your home. Pretty convenient. Now, after you send a Pokemon to your friend board, you can no longer go back to the Dream Bridge. It'll say, hey, you have a Pokemon that you need to, like, wake up because you have one waiting for you in Entralink and blah. So what you do is after you're done with all of this DreamWorld shenanigan stuff is you're going to go into your house, you're going to check your friend board. Okay? Friend board, gonna see my friend board. And it says Pokemon with a blue pin will be sent to the Entralink, which means this is Pokemon that'll join your party for sure. And obviously I'm sending it a Clampearl. Now, Pokemon I've already sent, which I'll show you as soon as it loads. My first Pokemon was a Torkoal. Yeah, I have 3 pages worth. But my first Pokemon was a Torkoal from DreamWorld, and I was like, oh. But yeah, so I have my Torkoal. And then I have a Lickitung, an Aeron, Trapinch, Shinx, Snover, which is now an Abomasnow. I've evolved almost all of these. A Whismur, a Burmy, Cacnea, Hippopotas, Flustle, which I was really excited to get because those are hard to find. Machop, Lotad, Wurmple, Kecleon, a Minun, a Carnivine, an Aerodactyl, a Yanma, a Meditite, and a Mr. Mime. And now it'll be a Clampearl. Now, my friend, Matt Bost, wants me to tell everybody, not really, he doesn't really want me to tell him, but he basically says pay attention to the abilities of Pokemon. If you are doing this for competitive battling, while DreamWorld Pokemon can sometimes be a lot stronger than their actual game counterparts, a lot of Pokemon are actually weaker because they're so easily found within DreamWorld. For example, Yanma. Yanma's DreamWorld ability, I guess, is so much weaker than what he actually gets when found in the wild. So make sure that you're paying attention to these 2 things whenever you're in DreamWorld. So if you're a competitive battler and you're looking for like the best nature or the best ability, this is something that you're actually going to care about. Me, I'm just doing it for the Pokedex, so I really just don't care. So yeah, so basically now that I have my Pokemon, now it's time to decide what all I want to send back with me to the game. I want to take my Dive Ball. I want to take my Super Potions, my Wet Pear Berries. I'll take my Leppa Berry. I'm going to take some of my Palm Tree Berries so I can sell them for 500 Poke-Yen. I'm going to take my Tomato Berry and my Lum Berries. I don't even know what Mago does. If held by a Pokemon, it restores the user's HP in a pinch, but will cause confusion if it hates the taste. Oh. Well, I'll go ahead and send those with me too. No Mel Berries, because I can sell those. Nab Berries, because I can sell those. And Cherry Berry. And basically, you can only send, like, what is it, 20 items or something? Yeah, you can only send, like, 20 of each item, and you can only send, like, 20 different items in general. Now, after you've already finished with sending a Pokemon to all that other fun stuff, and you are ready to leave, basically, you just click this little exit button here, and it'll be like, okay, here's your options. Basically, you can either exit and continue sleeping, but that won't do you any good if you've already sent a Pokemon to your friend board, or you can exit the dream world and wake up. Now, I've never chose the continue sleeping option, but I believe that if you continue sleeping, the Pokemon that you met the previous day will disappear and you'll start over with a fresh new list of Pokemon as you play mini-games with them. But don't quote me on that because I'm not sure. But I'm going to go ahead and exit and prepare to wake up. And then it'll say, okay, after game sync, this is the Pokemon that's going back with you, and these are the items that you're choosing to take with you. Just to make sure that that's all complete, and then you exit the Pokemon Dream World, and then you're done. Like, that is the entirety of your Dream World adventure. It's going to the World of Dreams, you know, with whatever Pokemon, picking up other Pokemon via minigames, and building up points so that you can access more places and therefore access more Pokemon. It's as simple as that. But, as I mentioned in my DreamWorld video, DreamWorld is closing down. Basically, it's making way for the new DreamWorld, which will be an X and Y for the Pokemon and me, or I don't know what it is. But anyways, so the new DreamWorld and the new Global Link will be, basically, it said there was a problem. Hopefully, I can still wake up my Pokemon. But anyways, the basis of this is that it is closing down, and you can only wake up your Pokemon until December, and then after a certain date in September, which you need to get from my previous DreamWorld video, because it has all the list of maintenances and such. But after that date in December, like, if you have a Pokemon tucked in, you're never getting that Pokemon back. But after DreamWorld shuts down for good, you won't be able to access the Interlink, and you won't be able to access the wireless connection which leads to DreamWorld, which is the game sync. So just beware of this if you are using the DreamWorld, or if you're going to for the short period of time that's still open, be wary that this is your last chance to really use it, and you gotta pay attention to the dates, because a lot of people like to tuck in their legendaries and Pokemon that they really like, which I would never do. And if you lose them forever, you're really going to be sad. Anyways, this has been SamUtari. Anyways, leave a like if you like this revisiting video, because it's not like all sped up and crazy. Yeah, but go ahead and leave a like if you like this video, and if you'd like to see more of these things later on down the road, of me explaining Pokemon or explaining different things that have to do with games, go ahead and feel free to subscribe to me to find out when I'm putting up new videos. I try and put up videos on my days off, and that's a guaranteed Sunday, and occasionally on the weekends when I'm not spending it with my girlfriend. Go ahead and connect with me online on my website if you keep up with me on my blog. I actually do a lot of blogging. And lastly, just go ahead and leave me a comment down below. Let me know what Pokemon you have found in the DreamWorld. Let me know if you use them in your party, what your favorite DreamWorld ability is, what DreamWorld Pokemon you hope to find. Like, go ahead and just tell me in the comments below. Like, I'd love to hear about your DreamWorld experiences, because I know that mine are always fantastic. As you saw today by my excited face. Anyways, this is SamUtari. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you all later. Alright, bye you guys.